Every living creature, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, is a bustling world of activity. Inside each one, there is a constant need to move things around. Nutrients from food must travel to every tiny cell. Waste products must be carried away before they cause harm. And for many animals, precious oxygen must be delivered to fuel their bodies. This vital delivery network is the circulatory system. It is a river of life, a transport system that sustains the incredible diversity of life on our planet. Without it, complex animals as we know them simply could not exist. It is a fundamental blueprint for survival, sculpted by millions of years of evolution. Imagine a busy city with roads and highways. The circulatory system works in a very similar way. Blood is like the countless delivery trucks on these roads. It carries all the important supplies that the body's cells need to function and grow. It picks up food from the digestive system and oxygen from the lungs or gills. Then it travels to every part of the body, making its essential deliveries. On its return journey, it collects carbon dioxide and other waste materials, carrying them to be expelled. This continuous flowing cycle is the very essence of being alive, a constant dance of giving and taking that powers every movement, every thought, and every heartbeat. This internal transport system is absolutely crucial for an animal's survival and success. A slow or inefficient system means an animal cannot grow large. It cannot move quickly to hunt for food or escape from danger. It is the efficiency of this system that has allowed animals to conquer every habitat on Earth, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountains. The story of the circulatory system is a story of adaptation. It shows how nature has found remarkable solutions to the challenge of getting bigger and more active. It is a journey from simple diffusion to complex, powerful hearts, a testament to the relentless ingenuity of life itself. As we explore the animal kingdom, we see an amazing variety of circulatory systems. Each one is perfectly suited to the animal's way of life. Some are simple, relying on the gentle movement of fluid within the body cavity. Others are incredibly complex, with powerful multi-chambered hearts driving blood through a vast network of vessels. Looking at these different systems is like looking back in time. We can trace the evolutionary path that led from tiny, simple creatures to the wonderfully complex animals that share our world today. This journey through the heart of life reveals one of nature's most magnificent stories of development and adaptation. Life's journey began in the water with very simple creatures. Animals like sponges, jellyfish, and flatworms are ancient marvels of simplicity. They do not have a heart or blood vessels like we do. Their bodies are built in such a way that they don't need them. These animals are often very thin or have a body cavity filled with water from their environment. This allows them to use a process called diffusion. Nutrients and oxygen from the surrounding water can pass directly into their cells. At the same time, waste products can move out just as easily. It is a simple and effective strategy for a simple way of life. The flatworm, for example, has a body that is, as its name suggests, very flat. This design is no accident. It is a key to its survival. Every cell in its body is very close to the outside world. This small distance means that diffusion alone is enough to handle all its transport needs. It absorbs oxygen directly through its moist skin. It has a gut with many branches that reach throughout its body, bringing digested food close to every cell. This direct delivery system works perfectly for a small animal that does not move very fast. It is a beautiful example of how an animal's body shape is perfectly matched to its internal functions and its environment. Jellyfish and sea anemones have a different yet equally simple solution. They have a large internal cavity called a gastrovascular cavity. This cavity has only one opening, which acts as both a mouth and an anus. Water is drawn into this space, and it circulates around, bathing the internal cells with oxygen and nutrients. The gentle pulsing of the jellyfish's bell helps to stir this internal sea, ensuring that everything gets where it needs to go. It is a combined digestive and circulatory system, a two-in-one solution that has served these creatures successfully for hundreds of millions of years. It is life at a slower, more graceful pace. For these simple animals, there is no need for the complexity of a heart, arteries, or veins. Their small size and simple body plans allow them to rely on the basic physical laws of diffusion. However, this method has its limits. An animal relying on diffusion cannot grow very large or become very active. To build a bigger, more dynamic body, a more advanced system was needed. Life had to invent a way to pump fluids over longer distances. This challenge set the stage for the next great evolutionary leap, the development of the first true circulatory systems, a critical step towards the active and complex animals we see today. As animals became larger and more complex, a new strategy was needed. This led to the evolution of two main types of circulatory systems, open and closed. Many invertebrates, such as insects, spiders, and snails, have an open circulatory system. In this system, there is a heart, but it is a simple tube. It pumps a fluid called hemolymph, which is a bit like blood, directly into the main body cavity. This fluid bathes all the tissues and organs, delivering nutrients and collecting waste. It is like pouring water into a bucket full of sponges. The water seeps into everything. This open system is less efficient than what we have. The fluid moves slowly and is not under high pressure. This is one reason why insects, for all their success, have remained relatively small. However, the system works perfectly for their needs. For insects, the circulatory system does not carry oxygen. They have a separate network of tiny tubes called trachea that deliver air directly to their cells. This frees up the hemolymph to focus on transporting nutrients and hormones. It is a clever division of labor that has allowed insects to become one of the most successful groups of animals on the planet. Then, evolution took another turn with the closed circulatory system. This is the system found in all vertebrates, including fish, birds, and mammals, as well as some invertebrates like the earthworm. In a closed system, the blood is always contained within vessels, arteries, veins, and tiny capillaries. The heart pumps the blood at high pressure through this sealed network of tubes. This allows for much faster and more efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients. It is like having a dedicated network of pipes delivering water directly to every house in a city, rather than just flooding the streets. The humble earthworm is a wonderful example of an early closed system. It has 5 simple ring-like structures that act as hearts. These hearts pump blood through 2 main vessels that run along the length of its body, one on top and one on the bottom. Smaller vessels branch off to deliver blood to the skin and muscles. This allows the earthworm to be more active than a flatworm. It can burrow through the soil, a high-energy activity that requires a reliable supply of oxygen to its muscles. This more advanced system was a critical step that allowed animals to grow larger, move faster, and develop more complex bodies. The evolution of the closed circulatory system paved the way for another incredible innovation, the multi-chambered heart. The heart evolved from a simple pump into a complex and powerful organ. We can see this wonderful progression by looking at different vertebrate animals. Fish, for example, have a 2-chambered heart. It has one chamber, the atrium, to collect blood from the body. The second chamber, the ventricle, pumps that blood to the gills to pick up oxygen. From the gills, the oxygen-rich blood then travels to the rest of the body before returning to the heart. It is a simple single-loop circuit. Amphibians, like frogs, represent the next step. They have a 3-chambered heart with 2 atria and 1 ventricle. One atrium receives oxygen-poor blood from the body. The other atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and skin. Both atria empty into the single ventricle. Here, the oxygen-rich and oxygen-poor blood can mix a little. While not perfectly efficient, this system is an improvement. It provides a more powerful circuit to the lungs, allowing amphibians to live a double life, both in water and on land. It is a vital adaptation for these pioneering land animals. The most advanced heart is the 4-chambered heart, found in birds and mammals, including ourselves. This heart has 2 atria and 2 ventricles. A complete wall, called a septum, separates the right side of the heart from the left side. The right side deals only with oxygen-poor blood, pumping it to the lungs. The left side handles only oxygen-rich blood, pumping it with great force to the entire body. This separation is incredibly efficient. It ensures that the muscles and organs receive blood with the highest possible oxygen content. There is no mixing of rich and poor blood at all. This 4-chambered design is the pinnacle of circulatory evolution. It supports the high-energy lifestyle of warm-blooded animals. Birds can undertake epic migrations, and mammals can run, climb, and swim with incredible power and endurance. All of this is possible because the four-chambered heart delivers oxygen so effectively. From the simple diffusion in a flatworm to the powerful four-chambered pump in a cheetah, the journey of the circulatory system is a breathtaking story. It is a story of how life, through countless generations, has engineered ever more sophisticated ways to power its incredible diversity and activity across our planet.